In the top stories, police warn about speeding and drinking. Police host senior Guyanese immigration official for strategic border security visit, and Prime Minister Drew leads delegation to Jamaica for CARICOM heads of government meeting. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Shop with confidence at Courts. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Shop with confidence and save big on appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Plus, with Ready Finance, shop today and pay later. No fine print and no tricks. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Shaira Flanders. Nationally, police say that long stretches of roads, particularly the island's main road, have become hotspots for vehicular accidents in St. Kitts and Nevis. According to Deputy Commissioner of Police Cromwell Henry, motorists tend to increase their speed on these recently resurfaced roads, taking advantage of the smoother driving conditions.
Without having statistics before me in terms of the hotspots, with regards to the major accidents, the hotspots are wherever there are long stretches of roads. Persons tend to increase their speeds, tend to be less cautious, particularly when overtaking on long stretches of road. You know, our island main road has recently been resurfaced, so it is in very good. They are in very good condition, and so persons take advantage of the condition of the road, the good condition of the road, to speed, and then they increase their risk of accidents. So our major accidents are generally caused on wherever there are long stretches of roads, and persons drive at excessive speed with less caution. Apart from these serious accidents, we have a number of accidents that are avoidable, that are caused by persons who are distracted and running to the back of other persons, or exit from junctions without ensuring that the main road is.
Deputy Commissioner Henry highlighted the demographics of those involved in the accidents.
We have a lot of persons, young persons nowadays, have a lot of sound systems in their vehicles, and these create distractions for these drivers, which result in accidents at times. The demographics are varied. It's not confined to only young drivers. We have a mixture of experienced drivers and young drivers, but generally males between the ages of 25 to 40. Those are the range that we are seeing persons involved in accidents. So it's a mixture of new drivers and experienced drivers.
Police are warning drivers to refrain from driving under the influence of alcohol, as it puts their lives and the lives of others at risk.
Some of it are also caused by impaired driving, persons who are driving under the influence of alcohol, and we are taking steps to deal with these causes. You asked about education. I do not think it's a lack of education. We have at least 2 weekly radio programs on Win FM, your radio station, on Mondays, and we have one on midweek on Wednesdays on ZIZ, where officers from the traffic department each week speak to different issues that affect motorists on the road, with an attempt, with the intent of educating, hoping that they would result in better driving habits.
Deputy Commissioner Henry was at the time speaking at a press conference hosted by the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force on Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. In other police-related news, the High Command of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, RSCNPF, welcomed Superintendent of Police and Deputy Chief Immigration Officer of Guyana, Stephen Telford, during an official visit to St. Kitts on July 2nd, 2025. Telford's visit centered on observing the assessing the newly implemented passenger information system at the Robert L. Bratcher International Airport. The system, designed to bolster broader security and compliance, has become a key tool in advancing national and regional law enforcement efforts. Accompanied by St. Kitts and Nevis Chief Immigration Officer Sheldon Jeffers, Telford commended the system for its efficiency and sophisticated security framework. He emphasized its role in fostering greater transparency and coordination among law enforcement agencies. Highlighting the Federation's progress, Mr. Telford recognized St. Kitts and Nevis as a leader in the CARICOM region for border control innovation and urged other member states to consider similar upgrades. The RSCNPF described Telford's assessment as both refreshing and well received, underscoring its commitment to embracing progressive security solutions and regional collaboration. The force reaffirmed its dedication to initiatives that not only protect national borders, but also strengthen collective regional security frameworks. And in other news, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, is in Kingston, Jamaica, leading a national delegation to the 49th meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community, or CARICOM, being held from July 6 to 8, 2025. The meeting brings together regional leaders to deliberate on pressing issues affecting the Caribbean and to advance the agenda of regional cooperation, sustainability, and economic resilience. Accompanying the Prime Minister are Senior Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, Ms. Naima Hazel, Permanent Secretary in the Prime Minister's Office, Mr. Javon Liburd, Press Secretary to the Prime Minister, Ms. Vera Galloway, Director in the Prime Minister's Office, and Mr. Bjorn Hazel, Senior Foreign Service Officer. The delegation will support the Prime Minister's participation in high-level sessions and bilateral engagements throughout the summit. During this meeting of the heads, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Honorable Andrew Holness, will assume the chairmanship of CARICOM. Prime Minister Drew continues to advocate strongly for a more integrated and resilient Caribbean, and his participation in this summit reaffirms St. Kitts and Nevis's commitment to regional unity and cooperation. And after the break, Fionn Jones highlights Mango Festival's role in promoting Nevis tourism, and Police Force National Intervention Team inspires St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force recruits. We'll have the details after this break.
National Home Loans. Get your dream home. All could be yours. Walk through the door. Come take what you need. Get you the keys. All could be yours. What you deserve. National Home Loans. Get your dream home. Get your dream home. Get your dream home. National Home Loans. Get your dream home.
National Home Loans. Home ownership made easy. When you're with National, you're home.
Every dream begins with a vision, a blank piece of land, a simple sketch on paper, or a conversation around the dinner table. At Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers, we believe that every home starts with hope and ends with something real. From the first brick to the final nail, we are there. We don't just supply materials, we partner in progress, step by step, wall by wall, room by room. We help build lives, futures, and legacies. This is more than construction. It's transformation. It's elevation. It's trust. Dream with us, grow with us, build with us, because your dream deserves more than just materials. It deserves a partner that builds with heart. Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers. Dream with us, grow with us, build with us.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Thank you for staying with us. The Nevis Tourism Authority wrapped up the 11th annual Nevis Mango Festival with its signature event For the Love of Mangoes at the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park on July 6, 2025. ZIZ's Devon Cornelius caught up with Fionn Jones, Director of Sales and Marketing, who spoke about the festival's importance to Nevis's economy.
The significance of this festival is an economic impact, an economic boost. As a matter of fact, when you sit down and you think about the amount of industries or persons that it touch, that alone will tell you. Just to give an example, you have the chefs, you have agriculture, you have the taxis, whether it's the water, the underground, the H buses, you have your local vendors, the ladies, they love to get dolls up, so the MUA, the dresses. So it's so many different facets it's touching. In addition to that, we have a lot of persons who have traveled from all over the world to come here. So right then and there, that's the next industry, that's the airport. So it's a big economic impact, not only for Nevis, but for St. Kitts and Nevis.
Jones also spoke about what the festival means for the promotion of Nevis as a tourism destination.
Well, it's a big step for the promotion of the destination. When the Nevis Mango Festival was started 11 years ago, it was started because we felt the need to create something during the shoulder months, which is a slow period of tourism. And the intention was to promote and encourage heads in bed during the slow time. And I think today, if you pan around, you could see that we've accomplished that goal. Persons are coming in from all over the world. I know Friday, in some discussions, I heard Pakistan, I heard Slovakia, I heard New Jersey, Canada, all over the Caribbean. Persons are coming from all over the world, so it's a big significance.
He also shared his hopes for the future growth and success of the festival.
So about 2 years ago, I said in about 2 to 5 years, this will be one of the biggest festivals in the region. Now when I say this, people are going to ask, what do you mean in numbers? I mean, you're only doing 2,500, 3,000. Just to report, we're over 3,000 today. I mean in notoriety as well. This festival, you will know about it all over the world. When I went to school back in the past and I said I was from St. Kitts and Nevis, they asked me if that's a place in Jamaica. And just like how Bob Marley and Usain Bolt would have put their country on the map, I think mangoes, and in particular having 44 different varieties of mangoes and Nevis, will put us on the map 5 years from now, when a young division boy goes to school and they ask where you're from and he says Nevis, they're going to say yes, the place with a lot of mangoes. So we're getting the...
The Nevis Mango Festival continues to celebrate the island's rich mango heritage while attracting visitors from near and far. And in other news, the National Intervention Team of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, RSCNPF, played a pivotal role in a dynamic and motivating session held this past week at Camp Springfield headquarters of the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force, or SKNDF. The presentation, entitled The Journey from Civilian to Law Enforcement, was led by Sergeant Charmaine O'Dane and formed part of the SKNDF's current recruitment training program. As part of the session, the National Intervention Team officers shared powerful personal testimonies detailing their own transitions from civilian life into the world of law enforcement. Their stories, marked by resilience, self-discipline, and purpose, offered recruits an unfiltered look at the realities of service, sacrifice, and growth. Sergeant O'Dane, known for her work in mentorship and community engagement, facilitated the discussion with focus and insight, highlighting the mindset shift required to become a part of any uniformed service. Recruits were encouraged to engage in dialogue, ask questions, and reflect on the deeper values that underpin a life of public service. The session underscored the RSCNPF's ongoing commitment to community engagement, youth mentorship, and violence prevention through proactive policing initiatives like the National Intervention Team. The SKNDF training staff expressed appreciation for the meaningful collaboration and welcomed continued engagements aimed at building stronger, safer communities through education, discipline, and shared national service. Meanwhile, a new community-focused organization, the Charles E. Phillip Foundation, has been officially established to continue the legacy of Charles Ebenezer Phillip through initiatives centered on education, health, and empowerment across St. Kitts and Nevis. Formed on January 31st, 2024, just 10 days after Phillip's sudden passing, the foundation was publicly launched at his funeral on February 1st, 2024. It is guided by the vision of effecting change with a helping hand and operates under the mission of turning fear into hope and hope into joy by nurturing minds, supporting healthy living, and encouraging the pursuit of dreams. The foundation is governed by a council: Iditha Phillip, Chairperson; Osbert D'Souza, Secretary; Leonard Stapleton, Financial Officer; Reverend Dr. Ronald S. Taylor, Public Relations Officer. With a strong emphasis on community development, the foundation supports a range of programs from scholarships and health services to emergency aid, designed to uplift individuals and foster sustainable growth. Each initiative is tailored to ensure that citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis are given the opportunity to thrive. Through partnerships with local organizations, businesses, and volunteers, the foundation seeks to ensure that its efforts remain impactful and inclusive. Annual events are also planned to highlight achievements, recognize contributions, and raise awareness of its ongoing mission. The Charles E. Phillip Foundation stands as a tribute to a life dedicated to service and aims to carry that legacy forward by creating lasting, positive change in the Federation. And coming up in regional news, Caribbean nationals face steep U.S. immigration fee hikes under the new law. Stay tuned.
Here are your Hornsford's Value Mart IGA special.
Running June 26th to July 9th.
Now our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Kraft barbecue sauces are just $7.99 each. Essential Everyday vegetable and canola oil, $13.99. Essential Everyday shredded and chunk cheeses, $7.99 each. Banquet breakfast sausages, $7.99. Essential Everyday fries are just $14.99. Essential everyday disposable containers, $15.99. And now our very low weekly
Value deals! IG and essential everyday peanut butter, creamy and crunchy, $8.99. Essential everyday pasta, $4.99. IGA or essential everyday salad dressing, $9.99. Essential everyday oats, quick and old-fashioned, $15.99. The AM toothpaste, $4.99. Nature Valley granola bars, $12.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Meet the Johnson family, living a good life. How are they able to afford all this? By switching their mortgage to National. And you too can take advantage of this great offer. Yes, National Bank's Switch Mortgage will make your dreams a reality with the lowest interest rates guaranteed. You will have more disposable income than ever before. Imagine the possibilities. National Bank Switch Mortgage makes all the difference. Come home to National Bank and get your Switch Mortgage today.
Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
On the regional scene, Caribbean nationals and Caribbean Americans could soon encounter significantly higher costs when applying for U.S. visas, asylum, or immigration benefits following the signing of President Donald Trump's sweeping immigration reform bill, the One Big Beautiful Bill, on July 4th. The law, passed by Congress earlier this month, introduces new fees and sharp increases to existing ones to help fund $170 billion in immigration and border security initiatives, including $46.6 billion for a U.S.-Mexico border wall and $45 billion for new detention centers. Key fee changes include a new $250 visa integrity fee for all temporary visa applicants, in addition to the current $185 fee, $1,000 to apply for asylum or parole, $550 for work permits, which now must be renewed every 6 months, $1,500 to adjust status or apply for a green card in court, $3,500 upfront, and $5,000 to release fees for unaccompanied minors. Other increases affect ESTA travelers, court procedures, and appeals. Immigration advocates warn these changes will severely burden families, especially those sponsoring relatives or seeking protection from persecution. The law could add $3.3 trillion to the U.S. deficit over 10 years, according to the Congressional Budget Office. And coming up, U.S. Justice Department finds no Epstein client list. We'll have the details when we come back.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we are always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, till the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end.
We now move on to news on the international scene. The U.S. Department of Justice and FBI have concluded that sex offender Jeffrey Epstein did not have a so-called client list that could implicate high-profile associates, and that he did take his own life, contradicting long-held conspiracy theories about the infamous case. While campaigning last year, President Donald Trump promised to release files relating to the disgraced financier. But since he returned to office in January, some of his supporters have grown frustrated with the administration's handling of the case and for failing to deliver new revelations. The issue re-emerged earlier this year amid a public spat between Trump and his former advisor, Elon Musk. Epstein died in a New York prison cell in 2019 as he awaited trial on sex trafficking charges. His death was more than a decade after his conviction for soliciting prostitution from a minor, for which he was registered as a sex offender. According to a 2-page Department of Justice or DOJ and FBI memo, investigators found no, quote, incriminating list of clients and no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals. And up next in sports, St. Kitts Nevis volleyball duo just misses out on automatic berth to under-21 world champs. And Cricket West Indies pays tribute to the late Jim Allen. Stay with us.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end.
Welcome back. And now in sports, St. Kitts and Nevis's beach volleyball duo of Jedediah Pension and Julianne Bristol, competing under the banner of the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association, delivered an impressive performance at the Norquica Under-21 Beach Volleyball Qualifier held in the Dominican Republic over the last weekend, narrowly missing out on an automatic berth to the 5B Under-21 World Beach Championships. The pair finished 6th out of 15 teams, a monumental achievement that reflects the depth of talent within the SKN volleyball program. Team St. Kitts and Nevis finished with a tournament record of 3 wins and 3 losses. The pair claimed victories over Puerto Rico, St. Lucia, and Nicaragua. They suffered defeats to USA and Costa Rica, the eventual finalists. In a decisive match for a top 5 finish, they fell just short to El Salvador in a thrilling 3-set battle, 17 for 21, 21 for 18, and 10 for 15. Meanwhile, Cricket West Indies, or CWI, today paid tribute to Jim Allen, the former Montserrat and Leeward Islands cricketer, who recently passed away at the age of 73. He was widely regarded as Montserrat's greatest cricketer, having represented the island from 1969 to 1984. Allen became the first professional Montserratian sportsperson when he began playing in England during the Northern Summer, turning out for teams in the Lancashire and Cheshire leagues. An attacking right-handed batsman with an unorthodox open chest, wide leg batting stance, Allen was soon considered an exciting and dynamic player. Allen's best season was 1976-77, where he scored 559 first-class runs with his highest score of 150. This form led to a lucrative offer to join the World Series cricket competition when it commenced in Australia in late 1977. Following the end of World Series cricket, Allen returned to the West Indies for the 1978-79 season, where he scored his highest first-class score, a heartwarming 161 against Jamaica. And when we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Dreams.
Recapping the top stories, police warn about speeding and drinking. Police host senior Guyanese immigration official for strategic border security visit, and Prime Minister Drew leads delegation to Jamaica for CARICOM Heads of Government meeting. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been your presenter, Shaira Flanders. Have a good one.